This show is proudly brought to you by the #Me Network.
And now, #Radio NZ.
/.////////com.
Welcome to #Radio. I'm Fid McAwesome.
And I'm V8 Matty.
And on this week's Uncultured Roundup of social media, web, tech and gaming, we've got a heap of phone news as Mobile World Congress is coming up very soon.
That's right, MWC 2016.
Those of you who own a Android smartwatch may have features that you didn't know you had. Plus, we've got all sorts of goodness coming up in the show, so stick around.
Indeed, and as we always do, let's kick off the show with the news with Carice McAwesome.
And now the news with Carice McAwesome.
Carice? Carice, that's you.
She's not speaking. So this week it seems Carice has gone on a silent protest.
Yeah, what's that about?
I have no idea. She's refusing to tell me. I think that's half of the point of it being a silent protest.
That makes sense.
So I guess we're going to have to move on without the news and jump straight into the rumours and gossip that we have about Mobile World Congress.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely kick off with some phone stuff.
What do you got?
What have I got?
I'll tell you what I do have is Samsung rumours.
Okay, we love Samsung rumours.
Now, I don't have a lot of news on sorry, this isn't Samsung, this is LG, sorry.
Oh, LG.
Yeah, LG. So I don't have any news on their new phones or anything yet, but I do have news on a planned phone case that they have coming out.
Ah, yes, for the alleged LG G5.
Exactly. So it's going to be a smartphone case.
Yeah, I've seen this online as well. It looks pretty gnarly.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to unlock your phone from the case and answer calls, and it'll get notifications on the outside of the case.
Yeah, so you can actually swipe the case, the front cover to answer calls and stuff.
Yeah, but
it has the little window as well.
Yeah, but it's got a metallic look to it, which is quite cool. So interesting to see that we're starting to get more of these technology coming into the cases and accessories for these devices now, because Huawei also announced one right at the start of last year, actually. I have still yet to see it with my own eyes, but it was a case with e-paper built into it, so that you'd almost have a display on the back of your phone as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But it looks like LG are actually going to go ahead with this.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what sort of price mark that comes in, because just buying a case with a window in the front, which is just a case, just a cover, you can still pay like $70 for one of those.
Are you really paying that much? Usually they've got that magnetic unlocking sensor technology and stuff in it, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So they're often the ones where you've got a phone that has a back cover.
Yeah.
And that comes off, and this case clips on, and it has a front folder on the bit at the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're bloody expensive, so I hate to see what an actual smart case is going to cost us. Yeah. And not that it's smart itself, it's just you can see through it, I think.
I think it's just a bit funky, to be honest.
Yeah, it did look pretty cool in the pictures. Now, along with...
They have released a promo video as well, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of notifications there.
Are you hearing those, eh?
I am.
Oh, that's not cool.
Sort it out.
I know.
So while you're sorting out those problems, the LG G5, now there is a lot of speculation going around, obviously because the case company has come out and provided images of the cases and so on, what it's going to look like with the phone in it. It's given a lot of idea as to what the phone itself is going to look like.
Yeah.
Now they are apparently going to run a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 chipset with 4 gig of RAM
Is that in new?
in the G5.
Wow, that's a powerhouse.
I know 4 gig is well, it's about twice what most of the current high-end phones have. There's a few around that are 3 gig, but predominantly 2. So that's a huge jump in power.
It's a massive jump in power. But are we actually seeing any decent battery life out of it?
Don't know at this stage.
But we're always saying this, like, okay, you're making them more powerful, stop it.
Yeah. More power means more drain on the battery.
Exactly. But Samsung, what's the rumors with them?
Now they've gone and hopefully addressed a whole lot of things that people have been grizzling about. They are looking at going for a really big 3600 milliamp hour battery in the S7 Edge.
So they are looking at addressing the battery issue?
They are looking that way. So 3600 milliamp hours. They are also going on about video playback that can last up to 17 hours.
Wow.
That's
17 hours of the videos playing.
Of video playback, yeah.
Wow. They also this isn't about the phone. This is about the watch that they have just announced, which is the Samsung Gear S2 3G.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a standalone version of the Gear S2, the one that's been out for a wee while.
Yep.
It is out, and a lot of the reviews have been saying, is there any point to having it? And it's funny considering Carice is the one who always goes on about, she wants a standalone smartwatch.
Yeah.
And now people are saying, there doesn't seem to be a real point in having it because
you've got a phone that does it all.
Exactly, and you're still not getting all the notifications that you're wanting.
Yep.
And that's due to it being limited by the fact it's on Tizen.
Dirty old Tizen.
Yeah, but it's still a great looking watch.
Well, we all know for a fact that if you go through life judging everything by which one's the best looking, you're going to be disappointed at the end of the day.
And I'd be an unmarried man.
But yours was the best looking.
No. I'd be unmarried because I wouldn't have been chosen because of my looks.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, see?
I understand. I thought you were referring to your lovely wife, and I was going to...
No.
Crikey.
She probably would have been picked up by somebody else.
Be in trouble, mate. Trouble.
Yeah.
So, back to that S7 Edge. The rumoured specs.
Okay.
Besides the massive 3600 milliamp hour battery, they're looking at a 5.5 inch screen.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 4 gig of RAM.
Yep.
The... How do you say it? Exynos 8 Octa 8890
I pronounce it Zynos. Yeah.
Even though it's a silent E.
Oh yeah.
Exynos.
Something like that.
Exynos. That sounds better.
Okay.
It doesn't really, but we'll go with that. So either that one or the Snapdragon 820, which is the one that is rumoured to be in the LG. Mm-hmm. A 5 or 8 megapixel front-facing camera and a 12 megapixel main camera, and the return of the micro SD card slot.
Oh, finally.
Hurrah. And features also include leaks of gold and silver models. So if you wanted a silver phone,
yeah,
the Galaxy S7 Edge. Whew. So there you go. Those are some specs on that.
It's going to be a packed phone by the sounds of it.
It is. Now, I've got some specs here also, rumoured specs for the HTC One M10.
Yep.
Now, that phone, we've also got a rumoured launch date. Now, the code name for that one that they've been using to have their surreptitious little clandestine discussions.
Surreptitious.
Yeah, I'm throwing them out there.
Surreptitious. Get that trending.
Its code name is Perfume.
Yeah.
And is it because the phone stinks or what?
It's a manly phone to own.
So they're saying it's going to be launched at an event on the 11th of April.
Okay.
Now that's nearly 2 months later than the Galaxy S7 and the LG G5 being revealed at MWC in Barcelona.
Yeah. And you and Carice are going to be heading along to the New Zealand launch of this.
The New Zealand Samsung event, yes.
Yeah.
So that's on the 22nd. So
Yeah.
stand by for some updates from that one.
Awesome. All right, so I did say earlier that there was a that there was hidden features in Android smartwatches.
Yes.
Now, I want to talk about this after the break because this is going to affect almost 3 or 4 brands.
Almost 3 or 4 brands. Wow.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 or 4 brands that we know of.
Okay.
There may be other ones out there, but it's confirmed that there's a few different brands that have features that have been in there since the moment you bought it, and they've only just been activated.
Oh, is it anything to do with Skynet?
Quite possibly. So I think it's time for us to jump into our first break, and we'll come back and have a talk about what's hidden on your smartwatch.
Cool. You're on hashtag. Welcome back to Hashtag Radio. I'm V8 Matty, and the always lovely and incredibly handsome Fit McAwesome has some news about smartwatches.
Yeah, so a lot of the smartwatches that were released in the second half of last year, we had that big wave of Android watches that came out.
Yep, everyone was doing it.
Yeah, so we had the Huawei watch, which is one I use myself. The Moto 360 came out. A friend of ours got the Asus Zen watch.
Yes.
And there's a few other devices as well that came out. But those three that I mentioned have actually got a hidden feature in them that we didn't really know about up until this week.
Okay.
Yeah. So
are we gonna play a guessing game?
No, well, I'll tell you what happened this week.
Okay.
So this week, Google announced that people started noticing it first. Started seeing updates coming to their watches, and it's only a select few who were getting it. And then Google officially announced it that version 1.4 of their Android Wear operating system is rolling out.
Yep.
And it's going out to selected devices at the moment over the next 4 weeks. My one hasn't updated at all.
Oh.
I know. And with this, there's a whole bunch of different features that have come out. So it's going to have more built-in support using Google Now for different apps, such as WeChat, WhatsApp, Viber, all of these.
Yep.
New wrist gestures for being able to flick through your notifications without having to actually touch your phone.
Okay.
But
you'll be doing a lot of accidental flicking through notifications.
The same way I managed to clock up lots of steps in my running.
That's right.
Anyway, they also announced that you're going to be able to take calls from your watch.
Right. So you're going to do the old Michael Knight and talk into it.
Yeah, or I was thinking more the Dick Tracy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not as cool as Michael Knight.
No, he's not. Yes, he is.
No, he's not the Hoff. Come on.
Okay, I'll give you that. But the only issue with that is you'd have to have a speaker and a microphone in your watch.
Oh, valid.
Yeah, right. However, what we have since found out is that the Huawei watch, the Motorola Moto 360, and the Asus Zen Watch 2 actually already have these features built in. They weren't advertised.
So they have speakers and microphones.
Exactly. We already knew it had a microphone. That's how the Google Now works.
Yeah.
But they got speakers built in. Yeah.
Where are they hiding those?
It's a little black box somewhere in the ocean. I mean, no, it's a tiny little black speaker box thing that's actually in there, and it doesn't really look like something that we'd, see.
Somewhere in the ocean.
Yeah. We'd actually see it as being a speaker because, when we think of a speaker, we think of a little round speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've all had these speakers built into them. Currently, you're not going to be able to take calls straight away, but there are video apps such as the one called Glide, which is one that they are actually suggesting, that when the update comes out, this is the best app to be able to trial how the speaker works in it, which is an app that you can use to send video messages to each other.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think it's cool that, these companies were actually forward-thinking enough to have all these there. And it's funny enough, it's the 3 companies, or 2 of the companies at least, that work very closely with Google.
You'd hope that these companies are forward-thinking when they make these devices. But, I mean, a lot of the time, they just want to get stuff out in the market. They just want to have it out there and then release the next model.
Yeah. And we see this all the time with Android devices where they'll announce a new version of Android, yet 6 months later the phone we're getting is actually off the last version of Android.
Yeah, it's madness. Actually, I got an update this week on my Marshmallow.
Oh, did you?
I did. So that was nice.
While we're on watches, I can actually confirm something too. I was having a talk to a friend of mine, and he has confirmed that the Huawei watch for women, for ladies,
For ladies.
is coming to New Zealand and Australia.
So that's going to be the slightly smaller watch.
Yeah, with the diamonds or rocks encrusted around the edge of it.
Oh, so it's going to be super expensive.
Yeah. No, well, I don't think it will be super expensive, but they're only using Tchaikovsky crystals, or whatever you call them.
You're such an expert.
I know. No, they haven't got a release date yet, but it is in the pipeline, and as soon as we know, we will let you know.
Cool. You'll let me know too, eh?
I'll let you know.
And then I can let people know too.
Awesome.
And then we'll all know.
Sounds like a deal.
Sounds like a deal. Meanwhile, Google have announced that they're going to kill Flash.
Pardon? But he's only just being allowed to come into the new movies.
I know. And then boom.
Yeah.
So
They gave him 2 runs on his own TV show, and they're killing him.
So, starting from the 30th of June, well,
Yeah.
I guess starting from the start of July through to the end of the year, advertisers are no longer going to be able to upload Flash ads into AdWords or DCDM.
Yep.
And then starting the 2nd of January 2017, any existing Flash ads will cease to function.
And it's about time.
It is about time. I mean, Flash has been replaced for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And, because it's still supported, people haven't completely ditched it. So,
Yeah. Well, you don't even have to pay for the software to build an HTML5 ad.
yeah.
They've got the Google Web Builder, which they actually suggest use this. It's free. And you can use it to build your animated ads and upload it directly to AdWords.
Now, just for some extra incentive here, Chrome already started blocking some Flash-based ads last September.
Yep.
Firefox have said they're eliminating support for the format by the end of this year.
Yep.
And Adobe have even tried to distance themselves by renaming its Flash Professional app.
Okay.
So, goodbye, Flash.
Good.
You had a good run, buddy, but it's over.
I mean, the writing was on the wall 4 or 5 years ago, back when smartphones, like Apple, just refused to acknowledge Flash on their iOS devices.
Yeah, I think Apple were probably one of the leaders of the big demise for Flash at the when it comes to people actually being aware of what Flash was.
Yeah. And then Android soon followed suit and said, yeah, we don't like it either. We're going to stop supporting it on Android. And, finally, it's the last nail in the coffin.
That's right. They've been digging a hole for a long time, finally going to start filling it back in.
What else you got?
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter news. Oh, did you see the Twitter backlash over the last weekend?
There's been all sorts of stuff about poor old Twitter.
That was fascinating to watch happen live.
So, do you want to kick off and tell us about that?
Okay, so I just happened to flick open Twitter. I think it was on Sunday, and number one trending hashtag in New Zealand and Australia was hashtag RIP Twitter. So what do you know about this?
Well, Twitter is struggling.
They are.
They are.
Are they? Actually?
They're making a huge loss year on year. So, I mean, they've still got, I think, the last financial year, their total revenue was up 48% on the previous year.
Yeah.
But they're still not making any profit. They still had a loss of $90 million for the year.
Oh, crap. That's not a small loss.
No, it's less than the year before of $125 million.
Yeah, okay.
But that's getting closer to $250 million in 2 years.
You can't really call yourself a success when you're going, this year was a good year. We made less of a loss.
That's right. And their active users, their monthly active users remained flat last year based on the previous year's figures. Still 320 million, so it didn't go up at all. And if you take out SMS users who don't see ads, then it's even less. It's gone backwards.
Oh, wow.
And they based in the third quarter
Are there still
in the
people
United
using
States.
the SMS service?
Yeah, they are. There sure are.
That actually surprises me. I've never met anyone who actually uses the SMS service.
So they had, excluding SMS, they reported they went to 305 million monthly active users, down from 307 million.
Wow.
So
It's going down.
it's going down.
How often do you use Twitter now?
Not as often as I used to. It used to
It's funny
be
considering
all day.
This show actually started off the back of Twitter.
It did. I mean,
Yeah.
we met through Twitter.
Yep.
It's got a lot to answer for.
Yeah.
But they're really struggling with getting new people on to Twitter.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I think they're struggling to keep users of Twitter as well. Like, once upon a time, I could easily send 100 tweets a day.
Yeah.
And now I probably would do 6-7 tweets a day. More so if it's a tweet that's come from my Facebook or my Instagram.
Yeah, same. I do a lot more stuff through Instagram, which I'm posting to Facebook and Twitter at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, while I am talking about that, I did actually come across a very cool workaround for Instagram on Twitter. So, you know how back when Facebook first bought Instagram, Twitter said, that's it, we're not going to allow your photos to show up in your timeline anymore.
Yeah. So it just gives a link.
It just gave a link, description and a link you've got to go through to the Instagram app.
Yep.
Which is, it's frustrating.
It is.
Yeah.
You want to see a picture, not a link to another place to go and see the picture.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I have found a online service called App Action. Its website is appaction.io,
Yeah.
and what it does is almost brute forces the image through. So they've found out a way of getting around the API,
Okay.
and you link this, you go to this website, link your Instagram with their service, and it'll actually post the photo on Twitter, as with the description and a link, and you click that link and it goes through to your app if you actually want people to comment on it or blah blah blah, you know.
So how do they do that?
I have no idea how they do it.
Oh,
Yeah, but all you have to do is go appaction.io is the website.
appaction.io.
appaction.io.
Well done.
Yeah, I played around with it a bit. Now, just one thing that it doesn't work on, we've found it works on Android, it works on Windows, and it works on Apple, on the app.
Oh, it does work on Apple. I thought you were going to say that it wasn't.
Yeah, but it does not work on the web browser. So on the web browser, it'll just still come up with a description and a link. Won't show the image.
Okay, so only on mobile.
Only on mobile, which 90% of us are only really using Twitter on mobile now anyway, I'd say.
Cool.
That's me pulling facts out of my pocket.
Out of your fact hole.
Yep.
Such a charmer.
So anyway, it must be time for us to jump into our next break.
Yeah, I'm just going to gently step into this one, I think.
Mario. Woohoo! And you listen to Hashtag Radio #1. Woohoo!
Hashtag Radio NZ.
Welcome back to Hashtag, and now it's time for us to chat about some gaming.
Yay, gaming!
See, it's funny, Crease goes away, and we dedicate an entire half of the show to gaming.
That's typically what we do, though.
So, do you remember me complaining about the disappearance of PlayStation's Vote to Play?
Yes, the much-loved, short-lived feature that everyone was, yay, now we get to choose which shitty game we get for free.
Yeah, and then that went away straight away.
Yeah, it did.
They did it once, and we never saw it again. Well, they've brought it back.
Awesome.
From today onwards, you can vote for what game is going to be available for free in the March Instant Games Collection to download. So up in there we have Action Henk.
Henk? What the hell is that?
These are all going to be some massive games.
Is that some Dutch soldier?
It is from the Netherlands.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Action Henk is a fast-paced running, jumping, and butt-sliding platformer in a glorious 3D toy-filled world. It actually does look pretty cool.
I could go a bit of 3D butt sliding in a toy-filled world.
Yep. And the next one coming up is Witch Beam.
Witch Beam.
Yep. Do you want to guess which country that one was developed in?
Witch Beam is from China.
Australia! This one has been developed in Brisbane, Australia.
You mean Witch Beam?
Witch Beam. Yeah, Witch Beam. Assault Android Cactus. Assault Android Cactus is a fast-paced, tightly turned shoot-'em-up that plays like... Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase that. The game is called Assault Android Cactus, and it's made by Witch Beam in Brisbane, Australia.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh, there we go. I was
Welcome
thinking,
back,
when I
Fitz.
started reading that description, I was thinking, what? No, that's not what the game's called. Oh, no, it is. Yeah. Assault Android Cactus is a fast-paced, tightly tuned shoot-'em-up that plays like a modern-day arcade. It's exciting to see Cactus made it to the PS4, so we hope that you'll vote for it, is what Witchbeam say.
Oh, yeah. Good on you, mate.
And the last one is a game called Broforce.
Broforce.
It is
And
made
that's
by-
what's straight out of Mangere.
This is by a studio named Free Lives, and it has been developed in Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh, I was almost there.
Cape Town.
Cape Town in South Africa.
I'm
I'm sure this game is absolutely marvelous.
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 Now, this one's taken 3.5 years to develop, apparently.
Well, they kept getting shot at.
Broforce fights terror in the name of freedom through the use of excessive force to blast liberty into terrorists.
Get some freedom into you.
Yeah.
That's the American way. They've picked that up from the Yanks, I think.
Yeah. So it's a side-scrolling style game, 16-bit graphics, just like half of the indie games that come out on the PS4.
Beautiful. Little bit of Xbox gaming news, eh?
Yeah, why not?
A little title by the name of Goat Simulator.
Is it finally out?
Goat Simulator is finally coming to Xbox One.
Oh, what's that release date?
Let me see if I can find the release date.
'Cause it's actually got a hell of a roar at E3 this year when they announced that it was coming to the Xbox One.
Oh, they still haven't released a date, but what they have done is they've signed on to publish a physical release of it in Europe at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox One exclusive package bundles the sandbox game with all the updates, so you get both the DLC packs and everything included.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It is nice. I don't know what sort of DLC you get with a goat simulator.
Now, from what I've seen, what you can actually get is other animals for it. So you can get like a giraffe or a llama or whatever.
The hell do you want a giraffe for if you're playing Goat Simulator? We're not...
It looks hilarious. I've actually watched YouTube videos of people playing Goat Simulator with the giraffe, and it's ridiculous.
Okay. A little bit of...
Take those physics of that game and add an animal with a big long neck.
Yeah, I can imagine. And if you haven't seen those, check out some videos on YouTube or wherever you find good gaming videos these
Even
days.
if you have no intention of playing the game, it is worth it just for a laugh.
Indeed. Now, something that will probably give you a slight bit of arousal here, Fid.
Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, what about Sonic? I love Sonic.
They are making a live-action and animation movie
Oh god, this is going to be terrible.
due to hit cinemas in 2018.
God, this is going to be terrible.
So Sega are working with Sony Pictures. Currently have it in development. So we like I say, there's no named release date yet, but it'll be 2018.
Yeah.
It's likely that the main characters will be animated. So Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if you think back more like Alvin and the Chipmunks movies,
Yeah.
where they were animated, but all the rest of the people were live action. So
This is going to be a terrible movie.
I don't know.
Like, can you honestly think of... I'd love you to name me 5 video game movies that are good. While you're doing that, I can name you a few that are absolutely terrible. You got the Mario Brothers movie.
Okay, yep.
It was terrible.
It was rubbish.
The Mortal Kombat movies.
The last one wasn't so bad.
They were terrible.
Okay.
Resident Evil started off okay,
Yeah.
but the rest of them were rubbish.
Okay.
Silent Hill was good.
No, it was rubbish.
I loved Silent Hill. I thought that was the closest.
That's just because you love Silent Hill. It could have been the worst movie on the planet, and you'd be all, yay, Silent Hill.
The worst video game movie of all time to me.
For you? Mm-hmm.
Street Fighter the movie. With Jean-Claude Van Damme.
With Jean-Claude.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Bunch of anything with Jean-Claude's pretty bad.
But not Jean-Claude. He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He's weird, though, eh? He's a cool dude. He's got heaps of skill, heaps of talent, but everything he's in is rubbish.
I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to watch The Kickboxer almost religiously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what inspired you to go on and become a mixed martial artist?
Yep.
Oh, no.
All right, now, you've got a brand new article up on the website about the world's first liquid-cooled gaming laptop.
Yes, I have. So that's on #me.co.nz.
Tell us about it.
It's a laptop that you can play games on.
Wow. That's it. That's us for this week.
It's made by Asus, however you want to say it.
And it's ugly.
How do you want to say it?
I say Zeus.
Asus.
Yeah.
I say Asus.
Okay. This is going to be one of those Nokia situations.
I think it is.
Yeah.
They need to release these things with like a phonetic way of saying everything.
Yeah, like Huawei did with that YouTube video.
Yeah, they taught everyone how to say it.
No idea how to say Huawei.
Huawei.
Yeah.
But you kind of ditch the H and it's more Huawei.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of. It's like the H is just...
Hua.
It's not an emphasis on it. Anyway, Asus.
Asus. What's it called?
The ROG GX700.
Excellent. And where can I find that? I can't find that.
On #me.co.nz. It's actually, right now, is the top story on our website.
How do I get to that? If I click on there...
Now, I'm just going to tell you how I think about the way the thing looks. I think it's ugly. It's got that big add-on thing at the back of it, and I don't see it as being a real laptop anymore.
Correctamundo. It's not. It's a laptop with a giant bloody water-cooled bloody thingy.
Yeah.
Now, from what I make out is that the water cooling in that actually docks to the laptop, and the laptop has water cooling as well, and it pumps through both.
Yeah, that's what I gather. We haven't seen this ourselves. I did get invited to the launch of it, but I didn't make it to the launch.
Yeah, too drunk too early, Fed. You're peaking early.
But from what I've read about it, that's sort of what I gather as well. That it must just cool down and pump the liquid through to cool it down.
Yep, and the big docky bit at the back also has some of the guts as well, which makes it extra grunty for when you're gaming.
Yeah, but when you look at this thing, it's not a portable device anymore. I mean, this is going to sound really me being a Lenovo fanboy, but everything I need to use my Lenovo for, I can use it for. It's a portable device. It doesn't have any big add-ons to cool it down, and it runs fine. Sure, the battery life's rubbish on it because it's a gaming laptop, but
Yeah.
at least it's actually portable, unlike this thing here doesn't look portable. And we've both used...
However, if you're doing LAN parties and stuff and you're lugging around a PC,
Yeah.
then yeah, it is.
totally.
It's still portable, isn't it?
Yeah, so I don't see it as a laptop as much as I see it as a portable gaming rig.
Yes.
Yeah. If you are going to LAN parties, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You can't you're losing a lot of the power by not taking the dock if you just want to use the laptop by itself.
Yeah.
So then it's not the super grunty gaming laptop anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a shadow of its former self.
Yeah.
But some beautiful specs, mouth-watering specs indeed. Mouth-watering. So it comes with the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980 with 8 gig of DDR5 VRAM, which is impressive. You've got 32 gig of DDR4 overclockable to 2800 megahertz, and that's upgradable to 64 gig if you want the extra RAM there.
Yep.
Intel Core i7-6820HK processor, overclockable to 4.
Is that the new Skylake?
Yes, it is, I believe. And that's overclockable to 4 gigahertz. Just a bunch of great features, really. But it's heavy. It's heavy. You're looking at 3.6 kgs or 4.8 with the dock.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight to be lugging around.
Oh, it's huge.
17.3-inch anti-glare LED backlit full HD IPS display with NVIDIA G-Sync.
Yeah.
Now, that's a nice display, but you'd think they could have maybe gone 4K.
Yeah. See, and that was one of the things I was going to say is, like, my Lenovo's got a 4K.
Yeah.
That's over a year old now.
Now, they're touting a mid-March release for the Australian market.
It's not too far away.
Are you ready? Have a seat. Get comfortable.
Okay, I'm going to say $3,000.
Oh, that would have been nice, wouldn't it? $3,000.
Well, is it more than that?
The Australian pricing is $7,999.
Holy crap! $7,000 for a laptop.
$8,000.
$8,000. That's worth more than my car in New Zealand.
My shoes are worth more than your car in New Zealand. And they're not all stoved in at the back.
Yeah, well, that's a good point too.
Yeah.
But seriously,
$8,000, Mo.
if I had
$8,000,
$8,000, I would be buying myself a new car. I would not be buying myself a gaming laptop.
Well,
you have to be serious about your gaming before you're buying one of these.
Yeah, that is a huge amount of money. If you look at what you could buy if you were building yourself a PC
Yeah.
for $8,000 in Aussie at the moment,
Yep.
you could have a PC that would make this look like a pocket watch.
Yeah, and I think for that amount of money, I would be quite happy to carry around my desktop PC to LAN parties.
Yeah. I mean, you could afford a car to put it in.
Exactly. Well, what's wrong with it? I could have taken it on the train with me.
This is true. You'd be the coolest guy on the train.
Hey, while we're talking about big desktops, last week we sort of touched on the big PC build, but we were going to go into it a bit more this week.
Yes.
So tell us about how the build is going.
Well, it's all put together, and we're actually doing some benchmarking today. So over the next couple of days, you should see something back up on the website with our next update. So we're going to be basically recapping what the benchmarks were with the processor standard.
Yep.
And with some results with it overclocked a bit to see how it handles.
Well, can you give us any spoilers?
It goes really, really well.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah. So this is one that we built with the assistance of Intel.
That's right. So Intel, hashtag Intel inside.
Hashtag PC Powerhouse.
That's right. So we've got the flash new GTX 5960X or something.
The i7-5960X.
Oh, it's pretty close.
Yep.
And we've got that in combination with a 980 Ti
Yep.
GeForce graphics card.
You've got a pretty epic cooler system in there as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So there's water cooling on the GPU and there's water cooling on the CPU.
Yep.
That's a lot of PUs.
Yep.
And we're going to have some more details about that and the actual figures.
Yep.
So stand by for some impressive numbers.
Yeah. And that's all going to be available on #me.co.nz.
Yes, it is.
Make sure you keep an eye out, as well as all of our podcasts and other articles for your viewing pleasure.
And your listening pleasure even.
And your reading pleasure.
There's just pleasuring all around.
So anyway, I've got to shoot off because I'm heading to the Street Fighter V release party here in Sydney.
I'm not even jealous.
Not even jealous. Well, you get to go to the Samsung launch. I get to go to the Street Fighter V party.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this. It is one of the games that I grew up on. I own a Street Fighter 2 machine, which is an arcade machine in my lounge in New Zealand. At the moment, I still own it.
It's a long way away to have a play.
Yeah, but I mean, I own an arcade machine. I always wanted one, but I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on Street Fighter 5 and having a jam tonight.
Cool. So it's going to be hands-on, is it?
Let's hope. Keep an eye on. I'll be Instagramming it, so it'll be on our Twitter and on our Facebook. What I get up to tonight.
Hashtag Hadouken.
No. Hashtag Rise Up.
Oh, is it hashtag Rise Up?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather see hashtag Hadouken.
Yeah, you'd think so, eh?
Yeah. That's what Street Fighter is all about. That's what it's famous for.
All about the Hadoukens. Baby.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that must be us for this week.
It is indeed. Thanks for listening. We'll try to get Carice on next week if we can. I think Fid's got a few quiet words to whisper in her ear and get her talking again.
Yep, we'll see.
Best of luck. See you.
#me.co.nz